The Progressive Science Initiative and Progressive Mathematics Initiative empower educators to increase student engagement in K-12 science and mathematics, boost achievement, and transform schools. PSI and PMI create an engaging environment for students. Presented here is a look into the classrooms across the globe using PSI and PMI.
What is 263 rounded to the nearest 100? Go ahead and enter your answer. We all got it right, okay? We should feel super proud of ourselves, right? In our classroom, a lesson is delivered by first me giving the students a very brief introduction to the topic that's being taught. I do that by demonstrating the topic on the smartboard. There are opportunities for the students to come up and interact with the smartboard throughout our lesson. After that, they are given responders, clickers as they call them.
What is 263 rounded to the nearest 100?
By using the clickers, students answer a question and the teacher can instantly see how many got it right or wrong.
I know everyone's answer instantaneously. I know how many of my students understand and how many of my students do not understand. Depending on how many do not understand, I can make a quick decision as to whether to reteach or to move forward.
I think that PMI, the initiative, is wonderful for the students because it's focused. They're focusing on one thing at a time. And for the teachers, PMI, the teachers can make it their own and they can kind of change things up. They're using their own voice when they teach it. So rather than just reading from any old teacher's manual, it's developed by teachers. And when a teacher is teaching it, they're putting their own spin on it. So no one's going to teach it exactly the same.
Okay, so when you're counting,
The K-12 curriculum and lesson plans utilize interactive whiteboard and student responder systems. The CTL website contains over 100,000 slides and has users from 50 states and over 180 countries.
Y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 1, X equals to? With PMI, one thing is very clear. All the node, the concept, everything is synchronized in a way that if a student follow the strategy, the method that we've taught, it's very easy for them to catch up because the topics are sequenced in such a way that they easily understand. The topics are built upon each other. So students, if they understand one of the topics, it's very easy for them to relate the knowledge that they have learned in the previous lesson and carry on. And the topics are so simplified with a lot of examples. So it's very easy for a student to catch up in the lesson.
In this PMI, I observed that it's very simple and straightforward.
all teachers and students enjoy it. Because once you've given them the details, they can just go home and do more research. And they will find out that the method that was introduced in the PSI is simpler compared to the normal way that teachers were teaching physics. So this project is just doing good. It's doing great to the lives of all science students plus the teachers.
We feel that in order to develop or move as a country, we have to go into science. But also, this methodology or strategy that we are using as an intervention is entirely meant to enhance the teaching of maths and science in our schools, so that the performance, which have been very poor over the years, will improve.
Let's take x0 out, because it's already 0, so we shorten the formula, okay? It makes it easier for you to calculate. Start with, it makes my work very easy, because all what I have to work with is in the laptop, so all I need to do is to go over my notes to get ready for the class, and then I come, present my lesson. So one, it makes my lesson very easy. And number two, it makes it very easy for me to assess my children. Because as we prod along, I see how they're moving, the weak ones and the strong ones, and I know when to go over my lesson or when to just continue. And I'm very proud of this class. It's ever since we started this program, it's one of the brightest. I'll say that to you. You can clap for yourself.
It is improving my abilities in doing science, because since grade 7 I love doing science, and I think this thing is helping us because this is just like senior school work. So when we do it here, it will improve our skills in science so that when we go to senior school, we will be able to do it better.
This is the other side. So there's a voltage V across this resistor. What's the current through it? Someone raise your hand and tell me the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance.
I equals V over R.
Great. Yeah. This guy's got a current equal to V over R through it, right?
There's a fallacy that if a kid doesn't have such outstanding grades, they can't do the work. And I think the difference that we've made here, introducing the high-end science and math courses in 9th grade, just disproves that whole concept. I think that early on it's very important for them to get that math and science background, because I think it's helping them in a lot of the other areas that we offer.
With the smart responders, you can gauge if the student really learned the concept instead of just a regular question. Did everyone understand? Do you have any questions? Just by looking at the range of answers, you can definitely tell whether or not everyone in the class understood and whether you should move on or just reassess the student and work more on that topic.
It's not simple. Like, it's hard. You have to put a lot of brain in it.
It's one of my favorite subjects because we do a lot of equations and with a good teacher.
New Jersey's test scores are amongst the best throughout this nation, but we would only be doing a service to our students as future citizens to guarantee that they have careers based in the sciences and the technologies to make them global citizens, so that for their lifetimes they will be thriving citizens and lifelong learners. But we also have an obligation as a school district to ensure that our students get a top-notch education and are better prepared for post-secondary education at the college or the career workforce.
PSI and PMI classrooms are filled with lively debate and collaborative problem solving. They make science and math the favorite subjects of many students as they achieve exceptional understanding.